recruited to give today's moment in Native American history. I know I don't look very Native. That's not my fault. That's a genetic thing. Fun fact, before I read this thing that they've given me to read, my great-grandmother is the oldest one I know of my line, Cherokee, if it makes a difference. And you look at her and you're like, oh yeah, she's Native. She's very, very Native. And I've heard the story from her, so I believe it, because grandmothers can't lie. Her grandmother was actually the one that was there for the Dow's Registration Act, when all the things had registered. And I'm not good at people, hold on. And evidently, she was a full-blooded Cherokee, but because she was married to a white man, she had registered down to avoid being ostracized from her community. So I'm actually like 3 grades higher than I should be, or I'm 3 grades higher than I'm registered as, just because to avoid being kicked out of her community for marrying outside her race, she had to do that. So I think that's pretty interesting. So when people ask, just how Native are you? You don't look very Native. I like the answer of, I'm not Native enough. It's pretty accurate. Okay, so today's moment in Native American history. Chief Spotted Tail, also known as Sinte Gleska, was a great Brule Sioux leader who became one of the most important individuals in the Northern Plains. Spotted Tail was not a hereditary chief, who instead gained fame through his decency, honorability, and talents. After a dispute with settlers and militia led to bloodshed along the Mormon Trail, he astounded Army officials in 1855 when he and 2 other Native Americans accused of murder walked into Fort Laramie to give themselves up in order to spare the rest of the tribe. He was a man of wisdom and integrity. Expecting to be executed, the men were instead incarcerated, and Spotted Tail used the time to learn to read and write English. These skills would be put to use in the years that followed as he would negotiate successfully with the government. Freed in 1856, Spotted Tail was hailed a hero for his self-sacrifice to save the tribe. When the headed chief Little Thunder died, the tribal leaders passed over the hereditary candidate and selected Spotted Tail as chief. After nearly a decade of peace, violence erupted again when an American military colonel attacked the Arapaho and Cheyenne at Sand Creek. After years of violence and retaliation, Chief Spotted Tail and his warriors decided they had had enough war and opened dialogue with the American government officials. In 1868, the leaders under Spotted Tail signed the very important Treaty of Fort Laramie. In this treaty, the Sioux permitted railroad construction with the assurance they'd be given permanent reservation, including all of present-day South Dakota. Spotted Tail made several trips to Washington during his lifetime. On each occasion, he learned more of the white man's customs. When gold was discovered in the Black Hills, Spotted Hill and Red Cloud went to Washington to negotiate the sale of the mineral rights. Before leaving, Spotted Tail visited the land in question and learned to learn the true value of the minerals and tried unsuccessfully to get full market value for the resources there. Even though no treaty was signed, he worked tirelessly to protect his people's rights while keeping them safe. In August 5th, 1881, Spotted Tail was shot and killed by Crow Dog. He was returning from a council meeting where he was elected to head for Washington an unprecedented 3rd time. Today, Spotted Tail is buried at the Episcopal Cemetery in Rosewood, South Dakota. His gravesite overlooks the Rosewood Agency, with the U.S. government and Brule people interact every day. Sinte Gleska University is named for Spotted Tail and stands near as its mission embraces the lofty vision Spotted Tail had for his people. Good night, leave.